Hi guys, welcome to Classic Rock and Country Music Facts and Trivia. Appreciate you being here. Before we get started, I ask you to please subscribe. And after watching this one, I ask you to go back to yesterday's and watch it. It's really interesting how Willie Nelson got his nickname Shotgun Willie. Very interesting story. Funny story too. Today's video is on Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton, when she was a kid in school, told a lie. And what happened? Her brother beat her up and then told on her. Let's take a look. The Partons' history is the stuff of Hollywood lore. Dolly Parton, the older sister, is famous for saying that the family was so poor that the aunts used to bring food back they'd taken from us because they felt sorry for us. That they frequently went without things like electricity and indoor plumbing. Despite this, 7 of the Partons succeeded in breaking into the entertainment industry. There was one such incident where her brother beat her on the way home after she was discovered to be lying. The Jolene hitmaker spent the childhood in East Tennessee cabin with his 2 parents and 11 siblings. Many of Dolly's sisters and brothers also became musicians, thanks to their mother's instructions in singing and instrument playing for the 12 kids. Dolly claimed that despite her financial difficulties, the family always managed to get by. She told the newspaper, "We were poor, yet I never felt poor. We consistently had access to food, a shelter over our heads, and clothing to wear, although it wasn't precisely what we had hoped for. Mom and Daddy were quick to point out that families who had endured much worse hardships than we had. Everything seemed so natural to me." Of all the 11 siblings, Dolly Parton did not vibe with her brother Denver Parton, whom she called mean. In her first memoir, Dolly, My Life and Other Unfinished Business, Parton wrote, "He's my brother and I love him, and I wish I could say he was high-strung or moody, or make some other excuse, but the fact is, he was just plain mean." One day in health class, where the 2 were in the same grade at school, the teacher had everyone stand up and say what they had had for breakfast that morning. All the other classmates showed their fancy breakfast items, including eggs and sausage and bacon and orange juice. And no surprise, Parton family was not in a state to afford such items. "I hated biscuits and gravy," wrote Dolly Parton. "I wanted to gag them up in poverty along with them." And when she was next in the queef to answer, she lied and said, "Oh, I had eggs and waffles and orange juice and sausage and cornflakes." She was unaware of the fact that her brother also was sitting next to her. "Damn alphabetical order. I knew he wouldn't lie, especially not to save me," she wrote. But as per sibling code, at that time, Denver saved her by saying, "I had the same thing she had." Made his sister think that he's there for her back, to have her back. But way back from school to home, Denver beat her up for not telling the truth in school and also informed her parents. Despite her enormous success, Dolly Parton is not afraid to talk about her modest upbringing. Although Parton's family was what you could term dirt poor, she didn't seem to bother. "Kids peed on me every night. We slept 3 and 4 to a bed. I would wash every night, and as soon as I'd go to bed, the kids would wet on me, and I'd have to get up in the morning and do the same thing," she said in a rare 78 Playboy interview unearthed by the animated PBS series Blank or Black. There you go. And that is dirt poor, just so you know. But it's really nice to see most people who don't have anything, you don't miss what you never had. That's a friend of mine put that to me years ago. And actually, I think he put it to a song. Actually, it's the guy who wrote the theme song for my Andy Griffith channel and my Beverly Hillbillies channel. And I think he wrote a song called that. You don't miss what you never had. True story. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. I'm sorry. I just had pizza and I'm belching up. Have a great day. God bless you. My son's fault. He made me get pizza.